Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have the sports minister. The headache cool off tonight with Clan Massey and National County Meet. Tell us your impression overall so far.
Well, quite frankly, I am very impressed. Let me first of all thank the Almighty God for a successful county meet. I also want to thank the Chief Patron of Sports, my boss, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, for his continuous support towards the National County Sports Meet and the development of sports as a whole. Let me thank my team from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, as well from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, because the county meet is jointly implemented by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Internal Affairs. So I want to thank my colleague, Minister Salim, as well, that we, for the first time, have 5 disciplines, and all of them ended well through the National County Sports Meet. I just ended the football and keeper category. So yes, I am indeed happy and grateful to our team and everybody, you guys in the press as well. I want to thank the media, our publicity committee, headed by Madam Estelle Liberty, did a tremendous job, even other media institutions. And, everybody played their part, and I'm going to congratulate all of the champions, the winners, in basketball, volleyball, Grand Crew, kickball, and soccer, Lofa, and Lima counties. They deserve their victories, they fought a good fight, and they deserve to be champions.
Well, we would love for you to make a clarity on the absence of the president today, because there's been this rumor around that he got angry during the semi-final between Nimba and Basel, so he did not come here. Though we know what happened, I mean, why he's not here? You an authority, tell the listeners why.
Well, the president is a fact that he was not happy during the semi-final match between Nimba and Basel. That is a fact. However, his not being had nothing to do with that. The president played both volleyball and basketball yesterday, and he told me that after church he wanted to rest because his body needed to rest. But it had nothing to do with what happened the last, after the best of my knowledge. Because after the game last night, I was with him at his home, and we talked lengthily. So his absence had nothing to do with what transpired during the quarterfinal, the semifinals.
What can you boast of during this 2021-2022 county meet? Or like other county meet, there was some hula baloo with protests. What can you boast of as a ministry for this county meet?
Well, for us, it's not a matter of boasting or anything. We just hope that every time we have the National County Sports Meet, it will end successfully and peacefully, because the essence of the county meet is to bring us together. And the fact that we have 5 disciplines for the first time under this administration, I don't know whether other administrations have 5 disciplines, but we have 5 disciplines this time: football, kickball, volleyball, basketball, and athletics. And everything went successfully, and we are grateful, we are happy. It's not about gaining anything or gaining the glory, but whatever brings peace and unity and bring our people together. That is our greatest satisfaction. So we can boast, I would say now, of the fact that this tournament again once again lived up to its expectation and bring our people together.
Minister, the last county meet, Spoon Network or Spoon Foundation sponsored the cash award. This year we did not hear much of Spoon Foundation. Who were the sponsors for the cash award? Because we saw you giving a lot of cash award this year.
Yes, the cash award came from EcoBank. EcoBank came at the last moment as one of our sponsors. And then we also had Leska, who came into the cash award, came from both institutions, Leska and EcoBank. I want to thank EcoBank at our first time joining us. And again, I want to thank all of our sponsors who sponsored this year county meet. They were highly appreciated. So the cash prize came from EcoBank and Leska.
Are there hurdles you went through during this county meet? If so, can you care to tell us?
Oh yeah, I mean the issue that having the funding on time was a challenge because the county didn't need the funding. But amidst all of that, the counties were understanding. Our funds came, we gave them funding, so that was a challenge. But at the end of the day, we ended successfully.
Honorable Minister, you found Grand Pass of Liberty County $1,000 each. Both county paid and apologized for their rude behavior in the presence of the chief patron of sports. Are there plans to put in measures to curtail or such incidents from taking place in the future?
Oh yes, there are a lot of issues that we will address. Even our own rules, we need to look at our rules and see how best that we will be able to not make the rules ambiguous, not be repetitive, because I have concern with true provision addressing the same thing, but with different outcome. And those are things we need to look at, and then we'll put in place measures that will curtail team from the kind of behavior that was exhibited. But for me, I don't want to dwell on that now because at the end of the day, we all are happy people. Let's celebrate Lofa County. Let's celebrate Nimba County. Let's celebrate Grand Hook County. And that's what we need to do now.
Before we take it away from that, you have issues of finances you just mentioned here. I mean, are there plans maybe to push local authorities, national government to see how the national county, which is the biggest sporting festival in the country, to gain some momentum? Are there plans to boost the financial aspect?
Oh yes, so I have written the Minister of Finance. I've written the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate. I've written the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I've written the Chairman on Youth and Sports in the Senate and the Chairman on Youth and Sports in the House of Representatives. We have made specific proposal that moving forward, we should have appropriation of $1 million United States for national county sport. This is the biggest sporting event in the country. We are proposing that 50,000 United States will be given to each county. That will amount to 750,000, and then the 250,000 come to the Ministry of Youth and Sports for the running of the national county sports meet. We believe this is the biggest sporting event in our country. Government needs to finance it fully and 100%. So that is the proposal on the floor that have been sent, and I'm glad that I'm getting support from two of my colleagues. The Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Lieutenant Falo Magay, supports that. The Minister of Finance support that. And in the Senate, so far I've heard from Senator Jeremiah Kuhn, Senator Evan Melvin Snow, who are prepared to make sure that our proposal is accepted by the Senate, and I hope that in the House of Representatives, Representative Solomon George, with the Chairman of Youth and Sports, will also make sure that his colleagues can support that, and I trust that Senator Darius Dillon and Board Charles, because they have been very much cooperative with the Ministry of Youth and Sports since they were appointed to the committee. So I'm hopeful that the proposal will gain momentum, and I also want to encourage you guys in the press to help us to make sure that you can talk about this. And the superintendents in the various counties, I hope to, they themselves will be part of this debate to make sure that the government appropriates $1 million every year for National County Sports Meet.
Yeah, Mr. Minister, for the first time we saw a sitting president participating in the tournament, featuring for two different teams, not just participating but making some positive impacts based on his performance on the team. Although it was marred by criticism, but as a Minister of Youth and Sports, seeing the sitting president participating in the tournament, what does this bring to the tournament?
Well, it was historic. I thought his presence brought more awareness in the process, given the fact that for the first time in our country's history, we have a sitting president participating in National County Sports Meet. I mean, people, no matter what you do, people will criticize. But I think that we have an extraordinary president. We have a president who is basically not a politician, I would say. And so he felt that he's from a county. He must represent his county. He's a president, though. But he comes from a county. And I thought he was competitive. He played a game well. And he won his game. I mean, because he has a team that practices almost every day. So you can see the teamwork amongst them. He did not just come on the volleyball court or the basketball court as president and the referee gained the game. You all saw the game. He was competitive. He played, so I thought it was a good thing to have a sitting president play, So, I mean, this academy is exceptional because we had the president of the country being a player in the county meet.
And his son.
One day. Yeah, his son as well. So, it was just an exceptional county meet.
Minister, I saw you very joyful on the perimeter during the county meet. Is it that you got confirmation from Mr. McGill and Samuel Tuer concerning your proposal?
Definitely, as well as the two senators I spoke of who have expressed their desire and support towards the fact that the President pro tem did tell me that Senator Jeremiah Kong has sent in cabinet letter and he was in support of just mentioned that. So I think it's gaining some momentum in the Senate. I hope that the House of Representatives will pick it up too, and I hope you guys in the press will talk about it on your various shows because it's very important. I will do this.
So we hope to see a better county meeting next year.
Absolutely.
What do you make of the athletes themselves, the players, you, a former football player, what do you make of the athletes who participated in all of the categories of this year's county meet?
Well, I want to commend them and congratulate them. There were a few of them who were not just honest to their team, and that led to their team losing the various protests that were filed. The club have to be honest, the players have to be honest with their clubs or the counties that they are playing for. But overall, I think that the athlete did well. I mean, I saw a lot of momentum with the group, the athletic group. And it came a time at one point we almost back away. But then when I saw the athlete on the turf, on the track, and I saw their momentum, their zeal, I said, no, I told my team, we have to do everything we can to make sure that athletic participate. But another breaking news I want to give you is that I will be proposing to my team. I think there's a need to have one former or current national team player this time play in the county meet. I'll be proposing to them.
Why do you think so?
I think it's necessary because it brings the level of playing standard up. If you see those first division players that are playing the league, you see I think there's a need to at least give one former or current Lone Star player an opportunity to come and bring something to play amongst the players. I think it will bring more respect amongst players and among their team. Because you have a senior player on your team, when you speak, you listen. And it just elevate the league, the competition, the tournament, the academy to another level, in my view. But again, I will also be discussing that with my team.
There's this question on front page, why you hire a private security firm to cover this county meet.
This is not unique to Liberia. Everywhere you go, if you are traveling wide, sport even have event security. These are all not event security. That's why they introduced something new. And I thought that Zeogar did very well. And Zeogar, the police, the army came today. I thought everybody did well. You see the difference with the inclusion. You guys who are journalists, you're seeing the difference with the inclusion of the private security. Those that we call our event security, like any other country get, all our event security. So we just introduce those like really from our county meet.
Do we hope to see another category of the county meet, maybe a sporting category now? We have 5 this year. Next year, do we hope to see maybe the
There's
chess
a person-
federation?
there's a part there. We try to get intellectual sports. In fact, today they had a tournament in at Cadiz on the county meet. I was told, but we want to have intellectual sports, not just chess, but Scrabble as well. So definitely we have. I mean, if we get 50,000 to the county, we can have intellectual sports, chess and Scrabble.
We drive you a bit away from national county sports meet. When we before look at the sports complex, the stadium was banned from hosting international matches. We also had to pay money from government comfort to the Republic of Ghana for international match. You had to beg Morocco to host your games. We saw a new look at SKD Sports Complex. I mean, we are hearing the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I mean, is gearing up to reform the entire SKD Sports Complex. What are some of those things we hope to see at SKD between now to the next international match?
So we will begin the installation of our bucket seats tomorrow. In fact, the more bucket seat came in the country 2 days ago. So we will continue to install the bucket seats. Our procurement team is also working on the bid document to begin the bidding for the artificial turf, the renovation of the SKD Sports Complex. So the next time we come here for National County Sports Meet, it's our hope that you will see artificial turf. You will see the entire complex bucket seated. You will see a lot of renovation work that will take place. And you know, today somebody posted the picture and asked a question. Is it the SKD Sport football field that we saw a couple of months ago? Is it looking like this? It is good that people see the place the way you saw it, so you know the challenge we've been facing. Once we don't have water to water the fields, you see what happened to the grass. But I'm not bothered about that because we're going to remove the grass and put artificial turf. But that has been our challenge with this field. And water and sewer are doing that, but there are times water and sewer is challenged. When there's no water, when we can water the field, the grass die. And now you see the field in each state. But come next county meet, you will see a totally different SKD Sports Complex.
Visibility was a serious challenge. We saw team complaints of visibility, lighting, especially towards scoreboard. The lighting wasn't that good. Are there plans also?
Well, I didn't hear anything complain. I know some of you guys will complain, spectator say, you know, someone told me say, the minister, we can't see as when the players feel like complaining. I don't want to play the game. No, but you know that like, one of the requirements of CAP that we have the floor level, and these lights were lights that were brought in from China. And the Chinese, we got it out and then asking them to help us to bring in more. But thankfully, Senator Jeremiah controlling the field today, as you gave him the specification, you will see I can help us to get in lights in country. Definitely we need to change the bulb, but that's the bulbs, then to replace them. But we don't have the type of bulbs in Liberia, they come from China. So we have to, take on the senator. I trust his word, and he will help us do that.
Senator, thanks. Finally, and a final word from you, Honorable Minister.
Well, I want to thank you, all of you in the press. I want to thank my teams from Youth and Sports and Internal Affairs. I want to thank everybody, my colleague in government who are supportive of this country, all the representatives, senators, and to the winning team. Congratulations to all of you, all the council that participated. Congratulations. Let's regroup. Let's come back in December and make sure we have a more enjoyable national county sports.
Thank you very much.